The Cape Cod Museum of Art is a fabulous resource for all of Cape Cod, located in Dennisport. To talk about what's happening at the museum, we have Director Edith Tonelli with us. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
You know, we have a book here that we've been thumbing through a little bit. It's called Art from Cape Cod, and this is a giant, it's like a heavy giant coffee table book full of beautiful artwork done by Cape Codders.
That's correct.
Tell me about what pieces we find in this book.
This book is primarily a selection of things from our collection that have been given to the museum over the years. And it's a bit of a historical book because it shows everything from Audubon prints from the 19th century right up to today.
Wow.
Yeah.
And there are so many different styles in the book. I feel like this would make a fabulous gift.
It would.
And you can purchase this book at the library, at the museum.
Yes, correct.
And
you can, yes.
Does it help raise money for the museum?
It does. It does. And we've been very pleased that people have supported the museum by buying the book, but it's a wonderful, not only history of the museum and what the museum has, but also a history of Cape Cod art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And boy, do we have a wonderful cultural scene here on the Cape. Talk to me about, if someone was going to visit the museum this time of year, talk to me about what they would see and what is being exhibited right now.
Well, one of the wonderful things to see at the museum right now is a show that actually will help people understand the book a little bit. It is a show called 35 Years of Giving, and it's the gifts that were given last year for our 35th anniversary. And so people will be able to come and see some very dramatic works of art that were given, and they will also be able to see ones that are actually in the book. So I think it'll be fun for people to come.
And then I'm very excited about another event that you have every year. I think you've done this for a while now. You feature student artwork from all over the Cape. Talk to me about Through Young Eyes and that exhibit.
Well, that's a show that's always really fun to do because we work with the art educators of Cape Cod and the Islands, which is a group that comes together at the museum. And we work with them to bring work from, as you say, students from all over the Cape. And it's kind of the best and the brightest artwork that runs the gamut from portraiture to landscape to abstract work, and it just covers our walls in one of our galleries.
Do you think that's an important experience for students to have that opportunity to display their work and talk to other artists and sort of have that feeling? Do you think it encourages them to continue on in the world of art? I
really do, and I think it's a way also for other students and other artists even to look at what's going on the Cape. And I think some of our more mature artists come and to get a kind of a look at what's up and coming. So I think it's a good show for many, many reasons.
Do they ever offer advice as well? Pass on some great tips to some budding artists?
Well, I think that's what the art educators group does. They're basically teachers, and once they get the work up on the walls, then their students come and they all talk about the work from each school around the Cape.
Wonderful.
So, yeah.
It's such a cool opportunity for students to have you know, a realistic, lifelike experience in the world of art. Very important to do that. You have some other major shows that you're planning throughout the year. So talk to me, what's coming up this spring?
Well, one of the things that I'm very, very excited about is a national juried exhibition that will sort of explore the theme freedom of expression, and it's in conjunction with a new festival, spring festival on Cape Cod called Art Spring Cape Cod, and the theme this year is freedom of expression, and it will be open to all artists all over the country and even all over the world. And actually the deadline's February 5th, so any artist who would like to be part of it should submit. But one of the great things about this show is that we have some wonderful jurors for the show. We have Jared Bowen from WGBH, and we have Paul Ha, who is the director of the gallery at MIT. So we kind of have a Boston connection this year, which I think will be fun, and we'll see what they pick out of. Last year we had artists from 29 states submit, so we'll see what we get this year. Yeah.
Interesting. Love seeing that. I bet that has a very varied so to speak, format. I mean, lots of different types of art.
It does, and we encourage people to not only do flat, paintings and prints, but collages, sculptures, all kinds of things. So we'll see what we get, because freedom of expression is a great kind of broad
very
term.
open.
Yes, it is.
Which is kind of what you want in the art world. So talk to me about if someone was going to visit the campus. It's a very nice campus in Dennis.
It is.
Quite an experience. What hours are you guys open, and what does it cost to visit the museum? Well,
we're open Tuesdays through Sundays, and most days it's 10 to 5. Sunday is 12 to 5. During the winter we have concerts on Sundays, which is kind of a nice thing for people to come for the afternoon. And it really varies in terms of price. Our members get in free if you're a member of the museum. And then admissions runs from about $7 to $10 depending on kinds of discounts and things like that. But all children are free, and seniors get a very wonderful discount. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
It's always fun to go to check out artwork, especially when it has Cape Cod ties. Very exciting.
Yes.
Well, thank you for stopping by and telling us everything that's happening at the Cape Cod Museum of Art. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Our guest today, Edith Tonelli, Director at the museum.